Happy New Year, BrokerBin. I hope everyone's 2024 is off to a fantastic start. We finally got some snow here in Minnesota just yesterday. I personally am not a huge fan of winter. However, if it's going to be cold, we might as well have some snow, right? Okay, so there are several updates and changes that I am really looking forward to sharing with all of you over the next couple of weeks and months leading up to the London Roadshow. And here's my shameless plug to get registered for the Roadshow because I want to see all of you there. Anyway, these updates are in the works and coming, and as they come, I will be communicating with you accordingly. The topic that I do want to talk to you about today is how to engage with our ethics committee. Hopefully everyone understands that as a member of BrokerBin, one of the benefits that you have is to be able to utilize the ethics committee as necessary. Of course, it's our goal that won't be necessary, at least very often, if only a time or two in each member's case. But we are here for you. I just want to cover some of the, again, updates that we're going to make to that process so that it is more streamlined and transparent for all of our members, and we can be better at helping resolve these misunderstandings or dissatisfaction with transactions more quickly for our members. So the first thing I want to cover is that, or more that I really just want to encourage you all, especially if you are listing inventory on BrokerBin, to fully complete your company profile on the website. This is so important for transparency and for your clients on BrokerBin to understand what your company's policies are and what your terms are. There's places on your profile for all of that. So please fill in your terms, restocking fees, anything like that, shipping, all of that information. Please have that completed on your profile so that it's there for your clients. It will make for a smoother transaction, but also in the event that we need to look back at a transaction and a situation that there might be some disagreement on, we can kind of go back and say, hey, was this policy stated, or was it understood from the beginning that there was going to be a restocking fee, for example? Okay, how to engage the ethics committee is going to change just a little bit. And again, that is in an effort to streamline the process for our members and for those of us who are reviewing the cases. So it's very important that this starts with a listing on BrokerBin, right? So it's difficult for us, even if it's two of our members, but if the situation or the transaction is revolving around a part that was not ever listed on BrokerBin, it's really obviously difficult, near impossible for us to go back and take a look at that original listing. So the ethics committee is really only reviewing cases that are that begin with a part being listed on BrokerBin. Next, we will look at cases once they have been 90 days old. So once a transaction happens, stemming from a part that was listed on BrokerBin, if within 90 days there is still some misunderstanding or disagreement between two members about how the transaction went down, then we will take a look at it. But our goal is to have our members be able to work together, sort these situations out, come to an agreement, come to a compromise. The vast majority of the cases that we see come through the ethics committee are situations that really there just needs to be some communication and a little bit more transparency. So was this stated on the PO? And some of that, I should have said that in the beginning also. That's another thing that is really important, is to make sure that when you're issuing a PO and when you're receiving a PO, that you're double checking everything on that document, on the PO. Okay, the other piece of it is that we will only be looking at cases that are more than $2,000 worth of disagreement, if you will. So for the cases where there's a couple $100 in shipping or a couple $100 in restocking fees. Again, we're not going to mediate those kinds of cases. So we're talking about situations that stem from a transaction on BrokerBin that happened 90 days ago at least and are over $2,000 US. Those are the cases that we will take a look at. And if you're in that situation and you want to reach out to us, there will be an updated form coming soon where you can fill out all of that information and attach the relevant documentation. Again, when we're looking at that documentation, we want to see on the PO what was originally agreed to, and we want to be able to see what was stated in the original listing. Most of these cases are about either restocking fees or shipping/timing misunderstandings. And so we really need to understand what was decided in the beginning before the transaction happened so that we can help determine the best way and the quickest way to resolve this for our members. So stay tuned for an email or some further communication about the updated form for the ethics process. And in the meantime, if you have any questions at all about any of this, you can reach out to myself or your account manager, and we will happily walk you through how to engage the ethics committee if that is necessary. And we just really encourage everyone to take steps ahead of time so that that doesn't become necessary, so that you have a clear understanding, both buyer and seller, of the transaction before it happens. All right, BrokerBin, talk to you soon. Take care.